The next leg of my South Africa trip continues in Graskop and then in Franschhoek. We pretty much just drove from Safari to Graskop for a few hours and then we stopped to get some macadamia nuts, super good. We made it to the Graskop Gorge and then you take a 51-meter elevator ride down to this lush rainforest with a trail that you just go around and admire the views. And then we got some souvenirs before heading to our accommodation, which is the Nutgrove Manor. We stayed one night here, but given a choice, I would have extended another night in Safari or extended another night at our next stop. So we just had dinner there and then the next day we had breakfast. I had some beans, mushrooms, toast. And then we headed on to the airport before hopping on a flight to Cape Town. It was a 2.5-hour flight and then a 1-hour drive before we arrived at this beautiful small town of Franschhoek, which literally means French corner. And then we stayed at our accommodation, which is La Fontaine, for a night. We dropped off our bags and just explored a bit of the area before we headed to the French Connection for dinner. It's a small French restaurant and then I had this butternut squash risotto, probably the biggest risotto I had in my life. We went back for some complimentary drinks at a hotel bar, care of the amazing manager Kim, who made me this gin and tonic with blueberries, rosemary, and gooseberries. And then we capped off the night. I just really enjoyed the company and of course the atmosphere. It was a really cozy hotel. Finally got some much needed rest that night and then the next day we had a really nice breakfast. They had like a vegan breakfast menu and they had these chia pudding with mango puree, blueberry muffins, and the star of the show was this vegan omelette with like homemade chili sauce. It was so good. We explored a bit of Franschhoek that day. We walked around and went into this grocery. I love exploring groceries whenever I'm traveling because it gives you a glimpse of what the local delicacy and the cuisine has to offer, and I really just love going through aisles and aisles of food and different products. They had lots of fresh veg and this section of vegan or plant-based goodies, and I tried out this vegan cheese. We stumbled upon this small sculpture garden along the way. It was free for everyone, so we took a look inside before we headed on to the Franschhoek wine tram. We took the pink line to explore the different vineyards in Franschhoek, and then they gave us free complimentary wine. And we first stopped at the Rickety Bridge Vineyard, and it was actually off season, so there were no grapes, but it was still great. The weather was perfect, and we really enjoyed the time under the sun. Then we took the bus this time to Leopard's Leap, and this is another vineyard, but they have a great and amazing lunch spot with the best view, and of course, lots of great food. This one is their salad section that you can pretty much get and just pay for by weight, and I got a different mix of everything because I wanted to try everything. And then I also got the lentil bobotie, which is my main. The rest of my family got like chicken and other meat dishes, but this is mine. And of course, for wine tasting for 55 Rand per person was super worth it, and really enjoy this. We had the rest of the afternoon under the sun, just really enjoyed our time there before we had to leave for Cape Town.